Okay, what's going on, everybody? This is GNN Network coming to you today. Tartnasis, formerly known as Anthony Out Loud. I'm coming to you today kind of to discuss some things about race relations. Race relations, loosely defined, is one's ethnic background engaged in socioeconomic and political interactions with other groups for the purpose of sustainability over a time period. Essentially, biologically being able to sustain your ethnic culture to be able to have some sort of political power in the world economy. So I was sitting here thinking about me as an intellectual, about the noun times and how do we, as society as a whole, try and engage with one another with our different cultural backgrounds and our ideological differences, because most people want power, right? Power is like Mr. T, in the ring, or Hulk Hogan when he was when he was in the ring before, and Mr. Green, and all these other kind of caricatures of strength, throughout media and stuff like that we've seen throughout our lifetimes and stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm sitting here, in the parking lot of Mickey D's across from, a Food for Less grocery store, and Target, which you'll find these places all over, and, it made me really start kind of, when you have like that awkward laugh about things like, what are we really debating and talking about nowadays? Like, what is the major debate nowadays? And honestly, there's so many people really afraid, to pass gas, because passing gas releases endorphins and stress off your body. It says that you're calm and you're relaxed. So my point in that is saying that so many people are tense, so many people are constrained by societal powers and norms that people are actually afraid to release their bodily fluids, because of the stress that so many people are under, with power trying to control how people move, when they move, to what extent they move, and things of that nature. And when we're living in fear or under some type of, regime power, often we resort back to what we know. We resort back to our families, our basic human nature, that's making sure we eat, making sure we have clothing, making sure we have a roof over our heads. And if we're lucky enough, and if we're blessed enough, and if we're privileged enough, we're able to espouse our ideological views in a way that helps sustain our natural self in an abstract way. As an example, if I'm living in a war zone, I want to be able to grab a book or magazine or a publication to take my mind away from what's happening in the physical world around me. And so with the information age and the noun times, and people are resorting and reverting back to what they know, the basic human principles, or their basic human need to survive. It has a lot of people living in a sense of hysteria, kind of like they did in the Salem witch trials back in the 1600s. Like, the unknown, that this is a subconscious mind, that our minds always want to compute and want to qualify and quantify everything for us. So that unknown space brings about a level of fear and anxiety and phobias when we can't necessarily place that emptiness of the lack of awareness that we're unaware of. Like, you know, I am going to work every single day. I am putting in my time at work, but the fear of, will there be Social Security left for me? You know, after I put in 20 years at a job, will there be an opportunity for me to invest in some type of partnership with my company's investments, or securities, or matching with my 401k. Will 401k be there? Those kind of things that we're all kind of thinking about, and trying to work through, particularly during this information age when the stock market is on shaky grounds. There are new currencies happening around us. There are new ways of thinking out of logical perspective. There's a huge paradigm shift happening, and people are stuck in the race relations. And I want to say that how important it is to understand that powerful people, and I'm not talking about collective power, I'm talking about individual power first here, that power really starts in the mind and loving on yourself. Because this is for black folks, and particularly African Americans, specifically in America, that we must begin to love on ourselves. And I know that systemically and bureaucratically, we are considered not full humans in this country. This is a real thing. I mean, that's the hysteria that sometimes I have to laugh about. It's like, we've built the White House twice. We've created industry. We've had the Freeman's Bank. We've done so much to bring about the economic freedom of this country that so many other people get to enjoy more than we do, disproportionately. The reason why is because the consciousness over 14 generations or so since we've been institutionalized in this country, that there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of phobia. But this is a time to fight back right now. So put on your conscious mind, get on your conscious thought, and remember, thoughts do become things. Until next time,